The Honourable Speaker, sir. I thank the Honourable Member for his question. I think it is a good, solid question. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Fiji Police Force takes the security of the nation, the security of its people seriously. And in doing so, is actively implementing strategic measures to keep our home safe and secure. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Commissioner of Police runs a tight ship, a well-oiled, well-lubricated, and a ship that cannot afford to be not heading in the right direction. At this point, I believe the Commissioner of Police is doing a good job about it, feeling the correct heartbeat, understanding the situation, and putting into place the right strategies to take us forward. To be able to deliver a safe and secure home for Fiji, for all of us, he has a solid regional grouping. I want to speak on this at this point before I talk on two of the important issues of the question, just to have a broad understanding how the Commissioner runs the operations. There are 5 divisions, 5 various fronts from the west, the north, the east, the central and southern division. In addition to that, there are other key components of the Fiji Police Force. And for the Commissioner and his team to be able to feel the correct heartbeat, they analyze daily. There's instant reports that come to them. I meet the Commissioner on a weekly basis to discuss not only areas of concerns, but above all to map and look at the future outlooks of our strategic picture. In doing so, we quickly look into the other areas that are of concern, especially the issue that has been raised in this question here, are red zones in the various divisions. The Fiji Police Force does set specific quantifiable targets on crime reduction, with those targets measured across 5 key crime sectors: aggravated robbery, burglary, rape, robbery, defilement of minors, and drugs is is another very important part of these 5 sectors, drugs. The main quantifiable targets are set across 2 main areas. There is in crime reduction rates and crime detection rates. Crime reduction rates and crime detection rates. Simply, if the crime arrow is ascending, that's a worry. It should be descending. And if the detection arrow is ascending and not descending, that's of concern. So the crime arrow should be descending and the detection rate should be ascending. 2 key areas where the focus is, generally, there is a 10% reduction to be a 10% reduction in overall crime is the benchmark. Second, when we talk about detection rate, is to be a 70% detection rate for all reported crimes. While these are good terms that we could use in the work of the police force, but we should be mindful that crime by nature is volatile, opportunity seeking, and in many crime categories, unplanned. So we cannot really put our finger in many occasions on to determine the quantifiable aspects of crime. Every day, Honourable Speaker, sir, Fiji Police Force issue a daily situation report, DSR, or the morning reports. it comes at 4 o'clock in the morning. In this particular report, it summarizes the events of the last 24 hours. It also has a good coverage of the various stats. Every month, the command group of the commissioner would brief the commissioner on the various stats of crime that has occurred for that particular month. I have here in detail are those figures too. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the police effort to improve the security situation and reduce crime, I'm thankful that the government of the day has committed a substantial amount of funds to improve the boots on the ground visibility and our engagement. When this comes into effect, Mr. Speaker, sir, it will significantly, and I say significantly, improve the operational situation of looking after our home here in Fiji. The public reporting mechanisms. The police force has a well-established public reporting mechanism, primarily through its network of 35 police stations and 78 community posts across Fiji. Crime reports are received directly at these stations or reported to these stations. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, sir, the police force actively engages with the public through media releases, social media reforms, radio talk shows, and television programs. One such example is the Crime Stoppers program on our local TV station, which is a public-facing initiative in assisting the police to raise awareness on prevalent crimes, locate missing persons, stolen vehicles, and wanted subjects. This is a public platform that the police engage the public with. These platforms provide the public with direct engagement opportunities to discuss outcomes and monitor the program of the situation. Mr. Speaker, I will now focus on what is referred to as the red zones. A red zone is basically a term designated to areas where there is an increase in incidents of crime or the likelihood of a potential increase in that particular area, or it could also be the different types of high-profile incidents that has occurred in that particular place. I have here too, Mr. Speaker, sir, a very detailed maps of the various red spots all over Fiji, including my home in Taveuni, which is about 4 red zones in Taveuni. Covers Mbar, Raki, and the whole list goes on. Mr. Speaker, sir, our effort in the Fiji Police Force and together with the Ministry of Policing is that this year, the new fiscal year, there will be a surge and increase in the aggression of the momentum of the police work from August to September and October. And you will notice in a lot of the areas that has been shaded as red. However, the need to change red to the other color code, which is green, is really not the police role alone. There is great emphasis now on the police to work closely with the community in what we call the Ndovata community policing work. This particular work, for operations to work, it needs the support, not only the support of the public, but a very close collaboration between the police and the public through trust and the building of confidence. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.